Ladies and gentlemen, this is Art, here with another caffeinated entertainment video. Since tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and we're going to spend, hopefully you spend the day with friends and family that you love, being thankful for those around you that you love. Since this is mostly a BookTube channel, why don't I do my favorite books that I'm most thankful that I read. The first of which being The Clueless Reaching Out by Franklin W. Dixon. It's the very first chapter book I read. It ingrained my love of reading into my brain, and I completely love that book. I own that book. I have a huge emotional attachment to that book, and I'm very thankful I read it. It's book number 23 in the Hardy Boys series, I think. It's 23 or 32, somewhere around there. It's in the middle of the series. I didn't start with book 1 when I read it, but I started. It was very good. And it's a book I'll never ever forget. The second book I want to talk about is Where the Red Fern Grows by Wilson Rawlins. Little Ann and Little Dan still get me all choked up these many years later. Read it when I was a kid, since it's a kid's book, and it still affects me to this day. The fact that I can remember their names, the dogs' names, is testament to how big this book was in my life, and still is in my life. The next book I want to say that I'm thankful that I read was the Sherlock, The Complete Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. I read these every year. Sherlock Holmes is one of my 5 obsessions in life. I still remember going into my grade school librarian, Mrs. Brady, and talking to her about the book, and discussing every case, and just discussing his writing and the way things were done. I loved this series. The Canon, the Sherlock Holmes Canon, and I still try to read a lot of Sherlock Holmes. January is going to be a Sherlock Holmes read-along month that I will be participating in again. Winks and Ink is having their 2nd annual Sherlock Holmes read-along month, and I intend to participate, not anticipate. I'm anticipating it now. I'm participating in it in January. Another book I'm thankful I read. Now we're going to start getting into the adult stuff. Is Thinner by Stephen King. It's the first Stephen King book I read. Started my love of Stephen King. It's one of the shorter books he read. I think younger me, if younger me would have known that most of his books were longer, younger me wouldn't maybe been too daunted to carry on with the Stephen King reading, but older me sees it as no problem, so maybe I still would have. Books I'm thankful I read is, another book I'm thankful I read is the Game of Thrones series. I just saw it down there. I have several copies of it, both in collector's form and readable form. I don't read collector's editions of anything. However, I do collect them because they look nice on the shelves, and I only collect them if I truly love the series. And we're still waiting on book 6. Martin's taking his sweet time about it, but I'm very thankful I read something that well artfully crafted and that well artfully put together. Another book I'm thankful for that I read was The Black Echo by Michael Connelly. It is, which, in fairness, it's the start of the Harry Bosch series. but it's not the first Michael Connelly book I read, so I guess I'm also thankful for The Lincoln Lawyer. But The Black Hacker was the first Harry Bosch novel, and I'm very, 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 very thankful for that, because I love the Harry Bosch series. The last book that I'll mention in this I'm thankful for, which I'm sure that after I shut off the camera, I'll think of more and more books that, oh, you should have mentioned this, you should have mentioned that. I'll mention 2 more books, actually. So right there, that was a precursor, is Casino Royale. Casino Royale is the penultimate book I'm thankful for, because it is the book that started the Bond obsession. It is the spy novel to end all spy novels, Ian Fleming's own words back at him. And it is one of my favorite reads, something I read on my birthday, or I read in May, either on Ian Fleming's birthday or my birthday in May. Sorry, I had to stifle a yawn there. And it's a book that I am very, very thankful constantly that I've read, and constantly read again, just to experience the preciseness. It's 178 pages of pure glory. The last book on this list is The Beekeepers Apprentice. I hadn't even heard of Laurie R. King before picking up this book and saying, oh, I'll give it a shot. I had heard of Sherlock Holmes. I figured, why not? I'll give it a shot. Why not? So when I did, I was pleasantly surprised, and it started me out on a book series that I will never, ever forget. An author who has become one of my favorite current writing authors on the planet. I've been to see her. She's as nice in person as she would seem on her website. She's wonderful on Twitter. Her writing is magnificent. She's just a wonderful, thoughtful person. I will say, without further ado, that happy Thanksgiving to all. Thank you very much for making this channel such a huge enjoyment spot for me. Thank you for helping it grow. Thank you for watching the videos that I post. It's nice to know that other people care. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10:30 a.m. Pacific Time, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please like, comment, and share, subscribe. Without further ado, happy Thanksgiving, happy reading, and I'll see you on Saturday with another video.